Alright, so recently I was able to find the Hot Wheels Hot Trucks, the Hot Wheels Flames, and I picked up a Matchbox, the International CXT, which is an awesome truck in real life. If you've never seen one in person, be on the lookout. They are out there. If you're unfamiliar with it, go ahead and Google it. It is an awesome truck, and I'll probably describe a little bit more here about it as well. And then I also picked up a 75 Chevy Stepside in blue. I have seen the newer Matchbox cases where they have the beautiful card art. This is still the older card art, even though it is mid-season. They switched the card art, but still has the older card where it just has a picture of the car. The newer ones have a picture of the car facing left, and they have a scenery of some sort, depending on which series it is. So I have seen them, haven't picked any of them up. I just didn't. Plain and simple. Alright, so let's get started with the Hot Wheels first. So we're going to open up the Hot Trucks and take a look at them. I figure I'd be getting better at this. Alright. So here we go. We have the Volkswagen Caddy. We have the 56 Ford truck. We have the Sandblaster, which is actually a Ford Raptor. This is just before they called it that. I'll show you in the front here in a second. We have the 67 Chevy C10, and we have the 2007 Chevy Silverado. So let's start off with the Caddy. This is the Volkswagen Caddy in white with that fluorescent orange windshield, gold rims. That's a good looking car. Kind of has a pearlescent white paint to it. Not bad. It has a number 3 on the side, kind of a camouflage paint. Oh, 3's only on the driver's side. That's pretty cool. Alright, so the Volkswagen Caddy. Then we have up the 56 Ford truck. Oh, looks like there's a little bit of a paint smear on this one or something. Yeah, well, that's not, it's coming off. I'll have to look at that. This looks like this is a great blue. This car feels really nice. Very textured in some regard. I don't know why, but it does. It just feels cool. It's got the gold or yellow rims. It says Quick Lube on the side of it. This reminds me of the 46 Ford, I believe, or the one back in the day that had like the pro stock look to it. That was always one of my favorite trucks. And maybe the 40 Ford. But yeah, so this one's the 56 custom Ford pickup truck. Next up, Sandblaster. This truck, when it had the K&N on the side of it, I do have that one. I had to eBay that one. I didn't pick it up when it was on the shelves. I should have though. That was an amazing truck. This one kind of has that same kind of feel to it. It's silver and has a yellow windshield. It's got the red tires on it, or wheels. It's a Sandblaster across the top, and if you can notice in there, I don't know if you can see it, but it does say Ford on there. So it is a Ford Raptor in essence. It's it's a Ford Raptor. This is an awesome truck. I'm very excited to have this one opened up. Next up is the 67 Chevy C10. It looks like a burnt red, kind of like in the dark red, maybe a dark orange family. I consider it more red. Who knows with colors. I really like how this truck has the large back wheels. It gives it that drag racing kind of look. So that's really cool. Open bed on this one. That's very nice. And lastly is the 2007 Chevy Silverado in green with these white rims. This looks kind of cool. I like the open bed on this one. Again, a truck is meant to haul things, so having nothing in the bed is nice. You can put little stuff in there. I tend to put paper clips and whatever is on my desk. So this has a nice green metallic paint to it, white rims. Gives it almost kind of like an import look, but not really. Show truck, custom truck for sure. Alright, so that is the 5 Hot Wheel truck pack. Next up is the Hot Wheels Flames, which just has a truck as well, so that's pretty exciting. Let's open this up. Alright. So with this one, we've got the 68 Mustang. We've got the 65 Ford Mustang convertible. We have a 69 Mercury Cougar Eliminator. We have a 98 Pontiac Firebird. We have a custom 62 Chevy pickup. So we have 3 Ford products up here. Cool. Alright, so this one's the tuned 68 Mustang. It's not the regular die-cast of sorts. It's got the carburetors up there. At least I believe those are. Yeah, those would probably be carburetors. It's naturally aspirated. Nice, but it does have a nice flame deco to it. And the green paint. That's pretty cool. Next up we have the 65 Ford Mustang convertible. I believe this casting has been around for a while. It almost has a flat pearl paint to it. I don't know how they pulled that off, but that is a very flat looking car, very original seeming. If it didn't have the flames, this would be one very clean car. Maybe a clear windshield rather as opposed to blue, but overall, very nice car, very solid car. So now we have the 69 Mercury Cougar Eliminator. This does not have the large rear tires, just has the regular tires on it. Again, flame job. Of course, all of them are going to have that. You can take it as it is. Obviously, it's in the Flames 5-pack. Some people are a fan of Flames. I'm not really. It just depends on the car. It depends on the paint job. But this one actually does look pretty good. It's got the gold around the rims. Kind of almost matches the accent in the Flames. So it's a nice car. Now we have the 98 Pontiac Firebird. I believe this is the stock racer edition because it has the window net and it has the bars in the windshield, as you can see. So I believe this is the IROC version of it. It has the side pipes as well. It does not have large tires, just has regular tires. I know the Matchbox version of this back in the day was a very fast car, or the Chevy Camaro version. I had the True Value Pontiac Firebird in Hot Wheel. There were also a couple other variants. I know there's quite a few. I really like the Pro Stock version though. The Pro Stock Firebird was awesome. But this was a really good looking car in blue with black flames. So kind of like an ocean feel. Overall, a very nice car. And last up is the 62 Chevy pickup. So this one almost has a Halloween feel to it, with the purple flames and the purple windshield. I know normally Halloween is orange, but this one just has kind of like an eerie kind of feel to it. Or a flirtatious eerie feel to it. I have no idea. I don't know where I'm going with that, but it has a matte paint job. It's got the purple flames, side pipes, large rear wheels, giving that drag racing kind of feel to it. It does have the surfboard in the back that's not movable, but it more or less is an empty bed, so that's kind of nice. So that's a very good looking truck. A 62 Chevy pickup. Alright, so let's open up the Matchbox. I'll start with the step side. The 75 Chevy step side. I think this was part of the Chevy truck series that Matchbox had. And I picked that one up. It was brown, I believe. Now this one's coming out in blue, and then that's part of the regular mainline type cars. Has a sunroof, which is nice. That might be a money saving thing on their end. I would have to do some research to see if these trucks had sunroofs, but I don't think they did. But I could be eating my own words later. I'll research it, but that's interesting. I think that's more of a cost saver because they also don't have the metal across here. They have the plastic here in the back of the bed. So that is probably another cost saver as well. And it's a step side, so it's kind of doesn't have to have the full metal here, although they probably could have more plastic if they had the non-step side, because they wouldn't have to have metal here. They would just have the metal across and plastic bed. So I don't know where their cost savings are, but they also do go for the look of car. I'm not into all of that information. I'm not privy to that. Just things to speculate about. I do like how this has a hitch. I might try to have to hitch it up to that speed trap machine that they have. I do have that, so that might be fun. Last up is the International CXT. This is in a dark olive drab green, very military looking vehicle. In my opinion, that is an awesome truck. It's got the exhaust pipe out the side, fuel tanks, it has a hitch. Doesn't have a bed though. Unfortunately, does not have a bed. However, this looks like the Rambo Lambo's cousin on steroids. Amazing vehicle. I know it kind of has like a short stubby nose, but man, this thing is cool. And it has like a fender flare to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it does have sort of a fender flare look. Yeah, this is a cool truck. This is probably going to be sitting on my desk. I have a weird taste in vehicles. I have a very eclectic taste. So there are always different vehicles that tickle my fancy. This is one of them. So last up, I know I didn't have this on camera, but, and I also said in a previous video I don't really buy these, but I do buy them when they are like these Cracker Barrel exclusives. So there were 8 cars in this set. I was able to find all 8, which is pretty exciting. So we have I believe it's still Jamie McMurray. We have the Kevin Harvick, Dale Earnhardt Jr. It's not the Alex Bowman car, because it still has the SS. It's not the Monte Carlo, or the Camaro. Wow, Monte Carlo, that's dating it. We have the Paul Menard car. We have the Ryan Blaney car, Eric Almirola, Martin Truex Jr., and the William Byron car. That is the Camaro. And then we have the Fords. And then, as I said, the one Chevy SS and one Toyota. Alright, so yep, as you can see across the top, it had the 12, 24, 88, 4, 10, 78, 21, and 1. And that is all 8 that sit before you. So, we're going to start off with the Eric Almirola car, Smithfield Hams, which, if you follow NASCAR, you will know that that was kind of a big ordeal at the start of the season. Smithfield changed sponsorships. They left Petty high and dry, went with the Stuart Haas camp, and picked up our Eric Almirola. This is also a car that is somewhat relevant to me because I only live about an hour from Smithfield. I've been there quite a few times. I've driven past the Smithfield plant, although unfortunately they don't do hams there anymore. They just do it in China, apparently. I don't know, but the plant is still there, and there are still active workers there. I just don't know what they do there. I am pretty sure, though, they do not do the bulk of the ham stuff there anymore, though. But it's a cool, quaint little town. It's got a lot of antique shops, a lot of fun. Eric Almirola, number 10 Smithfield Ford Fusion. Next up is Martin Truex Jr. with the 78 car. I am not doing so well opening these up. So these are Cracker Barrel exclusives, and they have short cards rather than long cards. So that might make them exclusive. I don't think there's any indication of a Cracker Barrel exclusive on the car itself. I have not found any indication. The Ryan Blaney car and the William Byron car are cars I found outside of that. I've actually seen all of these, and there is no indication that these specific ones are Cracker Barrel other than the packaging. I could be wrong about that, but I have not found any markings on the car that indicate Cracker Barrel exclusive. However, I did pick them all up, and I'm opening them all up, so it doesn't really matter. Martin Truex, Auto Owners Insurance, 78. Toyota Camry. Those cars are doing very well this season. Next up, the Paul Menard car. Kind of always humors me that he doesn't have his own sponsorship anymore. They have another driver driving Menards, which is Ryan Blaney, which I'll show you here in a moment. I did like when Ryan Blaney was in the Wood Brothers Ford, the Motorcraft Ford. That just seemed to fit him. It's unfortunate that he wasn't able to stay with them, but I understand the opportunities come. You got to take them. That's cool. He kind of put this car back on the map. Trevor Bayne did as well. So the 21 car has always been around. It's still there. It would be cool to see Paul Menard actually get a win on this with this car, which I think he could. Next up, as I said, I believe this is still the Jamie McMurray car. I really don't know who drives the one car. I'm really surprised. Kind of disappointed in myself that I don't know who drives the one car. It's bugging me. And the worst part is, I can't read the name on there. It's too small print. So I should have looked it up before I started the video. I got excited. I wanted to open them up. The gear wrench is the sponsor. It still has the McDonald's on it. It's black and gold. Kind of has like the Stanley look to it, even though I know it isn't Stanley. It's gear wrench. I get it. But that's a good looking car. Very industrial looking, tool oriented colors, as we've come to know in NASCAR. A lot of construction type stuff or tool stuff is normally a black and gold. And that's what we have here. Moving quickly right along, we have the Ryan Blaney car, the number 12. Oh, this car is cool. I'm glad they brought that number back. We have the Menards. As I said, Paul Menard doesn't have Menards anymore. Ryan Blaney has Menards. But he also has Duracell, so I guess that's kind of nice. The front center sponsor on the hood is Duracell. So it's not quite the whole Menards all over the car. Red 12, it's an interesting color for the 12, but it sticks out, so I guess the spotters really appreciate that, and I know television probably really appreciates that. So the Duracell logo doesn't have really anything but black font. That's interesting, and it has a Pennzoil over there too. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. Next up, the William Byron Chevy Camaro with the Exalta. Alright. Man, like as I said, you're watching me struggle through this. These cars are hard to open, these little packages. You got that Matchbox and Hot Wheels down with the science. These things, I haven't figured them out yet. So here it is, the Exalta 24 William Byron. This Camaro is a good looking car, I have to admit. It is a good looking car, and the dark front ends do not do them justice. It would be so much better if the front ends were not dark. It's very hard to see them that way. Alright. I'm trying to keep this short and sweet. I know it's taking a while because I'm opening them right on camera. But we have the Dale Earnhardt Jr. car with the 88 Nationwide Insurance. Yeah, that's Dale Jr. Yep, because it's the Chevy SS. So, that's a nice car. I like the black and silver with the orange stripe. Alright, and last up is Kevin Harvick car, number 4, Mobile 1. Ford Fusion. He is doing incredibly well this season. There it is, number 4. Ford Fusion, Kevin Harvick. It seems to me that the sponsorship stickers are getting smaller. There's not a whole lot of them. I feel like back in the day there were so many of them, they just crammed the sides. Now these cars are a lot cleaner on the side. There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stickers. They all kind of like are mushed together up in that top corner. I feel like they used to go all the way down. I'm gonna have to look into that too. If you know anything, go ahead and comment or leave me some kind of comment. I'd appreciate it. I like being educated. I like discussions about cars. And then this also brings up another point. Jimmy John's. This is the Mobile One sponsor. Obviously, but Jimmy John's also sponsors Kevin Harvick. Will they change to Jimmy Johnson next year? Is Jimmy Johnson going to have another season? Is he going to have a new sponsor? Will it be Jimmy John's? Who knows? If they pull an Eric Almirola with the Smithfield, they might, even though they have a lot going for him with Kevin Harvick this year as he's on fire. I don't know if they'll jump ship. We will find out. Well, I really appreciate you sticking around, watching me open all these die-cast cars. I will have another video hopefully sometime soon, and I greatly appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot.